Hey baby, this is Rob. Welcome to the back of the classroom. Go ahead and turn the volume up because you're not going to want to miss this. Today we talking about Law 32, play the people's fantasies. The truth is often avoided because it's ugly, it's unpleasant, and it hurts. The truth hurts. A lot of people don't like it. And that's because people have faults and failures that people have yet to understand about themselves. Most people don't look in the mirror and understand who they are, what their strengths and their weaknesses really are. And for that purpose, people don't tell them the truth. That's just, how it plays out. And it's not to say people knowingly want to be lied to, but all too often people are made to feel like they have to make somebody else feel more comfortable, right? You enjoy somebody's company and you're having a good time, and then they say something and you don't want to tell them the truth. So you give them that little white lie, or you say something not to technically mislead them, but to make them feel better. Because at the end of the day, we all know life is hard, school is hard, work is hard, just the everyday struggle. So some people just want to get away from it, or they allow themselves to just feel better in the moment. And that moment drags on and on and on and on and on. But there has to be a time where you're willing to take the veil down, expose what reality really is to get people back on track. But there are times where it's okay, right? So let's say you're about to play a football game or a basketball game, or you're into sports. We tell you, visualize the win. You got this. You can't predict the future, but we can play to the fantasy. We can give you that positive energy. We can root for you, even though we don't know the truth. But we can have a confidence in you, and we can believe in you, and we can say things that isn't technically necessarily true, but just the energy of it, that reassurance, that I belief system in you, right? And that positive energy can charge a battery that you didn't know you had, that'll motivate you and get you through something that you might have had doubts on. But sometimes it's just the energy. It's you're willing to commit to something and get through it and be successful. Now, no one's a psychic and no one knows the future, but we can pay attention to trends and what people are doing and how they've done it. And if I've watched you train and study, practice, and give it your all every day up until the time is for you to prove yourself, I have no doubt you're going to make it. I believe 110% you're going to do exactly what you set your mind to, because I watch you, I pay attention to you. I know the quality of your character, and I know what you've been putting yourself through and the sacrifices that you made and everything it took for you to get to this point right now. And I know you're not going to fail. I know you're going to be successful. I know you're going to complete this task 100%, and you're not going to quit. I'm not psychic, but I can say those things without it necessarily being a fact of reality. It's just my belief. And my belief is what allows me to speak those things to you. It might play to the fantasy. It might not. But who's the judge of that? Now, let's say there's people who don't study, who don't practice, who didn't put in that work. You're not going to tell them, man, you ain't studied, you're going to bomb. Dude, you wasn't practicing, you ain't stretched, you're not ready for this, y'all going to lose. 9 times out of 10, they're going to take the energy. And they probably lose. But you always got that 1% that'll sit there and prove everybody wrong. They take everything that was said to them negative, and they remember each and every one of those people, and they determine to prove that person wrong. And then they become successful. So it's about a mindset. What's your mindset? And what are the mindset of the people you're dealing with? If they're the type of people who needs the motivation, give them the motivation. But then you can't control the reaction a person gives you when you're negative, or when you're giving them that dose of reality, or that truth pill, where they have to now accept the fact that you told them they weren't going to be successful. They didn't study. They didn't practice. They ain't got it. They're going to bomb. And how it comes across is it's not appealing. And when you appeal to the truth and reality and you're not prepared for the anger that comes from that unveiling, disenchantment, you become their target. You're now the, you didn't believe in me. You didn't think I had it in me. You thought I was one of those dudes who was just not going to do it. So does it really hurt to give a person positive motivation? Does it hurt to be in somebody's corner? If you can create a mindset, or at least the energy around somebody, and you can create this I can do it attitude and this mind state that a person can have, everybody flocks to you. You're motivational. You're inspiring. And just be very mindful of the words you use and how you use it. I don't have to speak to the reality of you're not studying your material. So when it's time to act, you're not going to know what to do. No. But you can go, yo, you want to be an all-star, right? You want to be the top of your class, right? You want to be the MVP, right? That's the fantasy. So then you play to it. You should study. You should practice. You should make certain sacrifices that's going to get you there. Because some of the things you're doing is not going to make it. You're not going to make it. But I want you to make it. I believe you can make it. Some of these things are distracting you and it's keeping you from getting to where you want to go, and you're allowing yourself to go down the wrong path. And I believe in you so much, I'm willing to sit here and ride this out with you. Because I know you can do it and I believe in you. When you make it, I don't want you to forget about me. So you created that fantasy that they can go to and go, you know what, you're right. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm going to stay. You know what? Let me put this game down. Let me get off my phone. Let me get off the computer. Playing these games and doing all these things that's not conducive, that's going to get me to where I want to go in life. And then they focus and then they make it. They might not thank you immediately. They might not even thank you at all. But they'll appreciate you in some way or another. You might not always see it, but they tend to keep certain people like that close. Look at people who got entourages and all these people around them. It make them feel good. Look at your friends. Your friends, predominantly the people who agree with the decisions you make. Those people you talk to the most. Even if you don't agree on everything, y'all agree on the things that count, things that matter. Y'all can disagree about who's the best basketball player, boxer, sports, but the things that actually count, the ones that are there for you, the ones that agree that your survival is more important than anything else, and they're willing to ride with you through that, that's the reason why they're your friends. They're not telling you, nah, dog, we're not going to make it. Don't do that. You don't want that negative energy. You shoot them away. So you keep certain people around you. So then you got to remember, if you're the person kept, you're fulfilling a fantasy. You're helping them to continue to be who they are, the way that they are. And if you keep playing to that wherever they go, 9 times out of 10, they'll probably take you with them. So what's the downside? You could very well be the one they blame when reality hits and they go, yo, this isn't what I wanted, or this is how I wanted it to be. And then if you ever leak or let it be known, yeah, you knew, oh yeah, man, you right, yo, this wasn't smart. You know, you should have did this and that. Now, how long you knew that? So once you in there, you in there. Unless you're balancing it out. But you got to read the chapter. It's deep. It definitely enlightens you to multiple perspectives on what you tell people, how you tell people, what are the pros and cons of telling the truth, or, you know, removing that disenchantment of what they believe, right? Because it's not always what they think. It's not always what it seems. So check out the chapter. If you haven't noticed, got some new merch coming to the back of the classroom, Rel's Locker. Check it out. If you made it this far on the podcast, I appreciate you. I'll holler at you later. Peace.